Oh no. Not again. No. No, no, they're back. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? How's it going, everybody? Force here, and today I want to talk about a little teaser that came out from Blizzard. The OMNICS might be back in the King's Row Uprising. It might be terrifying, or could just be another fucking Tracer skin, and you might think I'm kidding, but no, there's actually a good chance it might just be a fucking Tracer skin. I wanted to take a close look at the teaser, break it down bit by bit, and then talk with you guys about some of the potential things that it could be, hopefully. So starting out right here in the center, you can see it says Overwatch Mission Archives, file number 00382. That can mean anything. I'm sure someone's combining those numbers to figure something out about it. But what's more interesting is the next bit here, King's Row Uprising. So we know the location of wherever this classified information is, and we know the general premise. It's an uprising. Now, as we continue to read further, we can see this was entered into the record 7 years ago. There's a security clearance of confidential, and it is going to be declassified on April 12th. But these are just some words. Are there any further bits of information from the images on screen? Well, yes, there might be. Starting off here on the left, we can see this mandatory robot registration. Now, there's a QR code, as well as some dashed lines over it. The QR code, interestingly enough, is the same code that is seen on the map Numbani. So we've seen this exact QR code before. We know Numbani is directly linked to the OMNICS. It's a city of peace and harmony between OMNICS and humans. There's obviously some sort of connection there. Just below that, we can see an image of what appears to be the subway tunnel in King's Row. So that's the starting spawn for the defending team on King's Row. That looks to be where that is. And then further in the upper right, this is where things might get really interesting. So there's a picture of some sort of a building, nothing that we've seen before, but some words give us a bit of information. First off, it says Turing Green SWO. And then right beneath that, it says Building an Omnic Future. Turing appears to be a direct reference to one Alan Turing, a famous computer scientist from the early 1900s, and considered by many to be the father of artificial intelligence. I'm assuming that is some reference to the building itself. So could this be some sort of an Omnic city, an Omnic sanctuary in the Overwatch universe? There's a good chance that that's the case. And then finally, we have a render of what it looks to be clearly Tracer in a new skin that we haven't seen before. I swear to God, if Tracer gets another fucking skin, she's got like 7 billion skins, okay, Blizzard? She doesn't need another skin. And then there's one last obvious thing in this teaser, and that is in the upper left corner. It's a little bit blurry, but these are ability icons in the game. Looks like we've got the icon for Biotic Field, Sonic Arrow, Crossfade, Self-Repair, Ice Wall, Fire Strike, and Bastion's Reconfiguration. So what does all of this mean? If we take all of this information that we have from this little teaser image, we put it all together, what could we potentially be seeing? I think the most obvious one that a lot of people are expecting is another PvE game mode centered around this King's Row Uprising event. Maybe it has something to do with the OMNICS and a group of human supporters rallying up to defend them against this mandatory robot registration and anything else that it may imply. Or maybe there's an attack from the OMNICS and we're trying to defend the city. I guess that's a possibility as well. And then beyond this, even if we don't get an in-game event, there's a good chance we'll get some more lore about the game. This is all building up that, and possibly through the venue of another cinematic trailer focused around King's Row and this uprising that takes place. And then there's also an event that could be tied to this. A lot of people are hypothesizing some Omnic skins for non-Omnic characters. Again, we've got this render of Tracer. This could very well be an Omnic skin. So pretty cool stuff here. Either way, King's Row Uprising is obviously something we're going to be learning more about on April the 12th, which is just about a week away, so very, very soon. I'm excited to see what it is, excited to see what Blizzard does with it. Keeping my fingers crossed for an in-game PvE event. I love Junkenstein's Revenge. If they added to that and made something even more in-depth revolving around King's Row, that'd be pretty damn sweet. We did just get the visual update to King's Row on the PTR, and that could very well be linked to this. I mean, is it a coincidence that King's Row gets a visual update and then we get fucking King's Row Uprising teaser like a week later? Coincidences a lot of times end up not being so coincidental in my experience. So anywho, that's gonna do it for me here today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. You know, take it or leave it, whatever this video is. Well, one thing that I will tell you is never trust a man with information who can't bother to do his hair or wears V-neck t-shirts. So just fucking close out this video and forget everything you heard. Probably for the best.